archangels of love and light, who's willing to cleanse us of our arc field, tapping into God's source energy in the great I am. Breathe. Diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth and back up into the great I am. Put a protective bubble around all of us for our highest good, the highest possibilities of everything, of who we are and will always be in the great I am. Don't in the rights to this music. Just breathe, receive right now. Midnight star overhead. A lot of tribal members are coming in, male and female. A warrior shut up. Arrow to the ground means a message is going to come through. And like I said, grandmother has come around, and she's hanging out right here. A lot of elders are coming in. We've got the higher galactic council, third level up. As we breathe and we release and we send our hearts, there's a lot of hearts leaving us and going up to them, and then they are sending rainbow energy down. Candles are being lit. They're handing out some golden nuggets. Do that technique, taking a breath, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, taking a breath and hold it as long as you can. And when you do that, it opens up automatically your causal chakra. Ready? Begin. Again, deep breath in, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Ready, go. Stars are falling. Grandmother says, one more. Tongue, roof of the mouth, begin. Okay, Grandmother says begin. So the title is When is Enough Enough?
When is enough enough?
When is enough enough? When is it time to let it go? Some of us, including myself, for years, in the growth process, in learning to jump timelines, learning to seek and to find out why is this holding me back? I want this. So then I look, well, it's not there yet. So then what happens? You look, you deep, you dig, 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 you dig. And then for some of us, that has become a bed of languishing. They don't want you to stay there. They want you up. They want you all feet, all boots on deck. They use that term a lot with us. It is time for change. But you know what that change is? It's stepping into you, who you are, who you were created to be from the beginning of time. And when you resonate there and you break through and timelines fall apart, timelines dissipate, it's not during that time, which is the time that we're at. This is where we're at. They are like drawing lines in the sand. You ready to cross over? You ready? You ready to start trusting us and believing us? You ready for us? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because some of us have been so focused on the past, on these issues. And you could say, yes, Morningstar, haven't you been there? And you're damn straight. But then the day comes, the day has come, that when you get to the end of yourself and you realize that no matter what's going on in the 3D, that when you look in the mirror and you see yourself and you realize, I'm stopping my process. It's me. I am my biggest problem. It's me. Why? Because of the old thought process, the old timelines, the 3D. You want that to dissipate? You got to do some rash things. You got to jump in the cold water when they say to jump. Doing things, stepping out in faith. Does it require boldness? Yes, it does. By the grace, each and every time they have set a new line and said, you ready? Are you ready? You ready to cross over? Are you ready to cross over into something new? And I would say, I want to, with everything of my heart and my innermost being. Of course I do. Of course I do. But I'm afraid. I don't know what that looks like. I've never been there before. Yeah, Yeah. Scares the hell out of you. Scares the hell out of you. But then a point comes, and a day came for me that it was actually easier to step into the unknown than to stay in what was known. The full circle had come around. It had. It was time. It was time to step over the lines. I don't know how many times when White Wolf and I sage, and we have our beautiful bowl here, and we sage. We use this bowl for our sage. We'll sage ourselves down, then we set it on the ground, and we say, everything that I want is just on the other side of that. So by faith, we step across that. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3 times a day, sometimes it's once. It's getting more frequently because our faith level, our expansiveness, the creativity that is being magnified back to us, and synchronicities. You can't make this stuff up. I was supposed to be on HOCC tonight. They got canceled. It's okay. Stepped outside, have a cigarette break and coffee, and I was like, do I go live? What do you want me to do? Just then, a beautiful hawk flies directly over my head. I'm like, okay, Grandma, all right, I'm gonna go live. And then it was like, what? It's like, yeah. So he joined. So this is where we're at. Now I understand that a lot of us are on different aspects of our journey. And that's okay. But because of the timelines and because of the new ones that are coming in, their growth, you might even be a teacher, and you might, because of your own personal filter, you're like here, and because these new babies are coming in, you think, oh no, you gotta go through all of this. You gotta get through all of this to get to here. Really? Really? That was your journey. It's not a grade card for everyone that's coming and getting woken up right now. Some of them are going to be coming in right here, and some of them that are woken up, they're already bypassing some people. They're already there. And they'll look at you when you say, well, you got to go back and do all this, and they'll make, what? And I laugh because it's true. It's true. We've got so many filters that we don't even realize. We have things in family stuff. It's time to take the knife and the sword to your own self, cut it away, be done once and for all. Done. The manifestations that have taken place succinctly, especially in the last 2 weeks, even in the dynamic of this relationship where there'd be a trigger. And I was like, and as quickly as it might erupt, and maybe in the past, maybe a month ago, maybe whatever, it would, right? And anymore, I need to knock on wood. Calling on the tree spirits. That is calling on the tree spirits when you knock on wood. As quickly as it's almost like, no, I don't want to be like that. No. I'm going to just stay in my peace, stay in my bliss. Just let it go. And next thing you know, everything's fine and it's working out. And it's like you're at the table. It's like you're at the poker table, right? And like God source energy in the great I am is sitting across the table from you. And they're like, you ready? You ready to play? You ready? What's your card look like? I don't know. You don't want to share them. You don't want to. You got your cards closed. Are you gonna trust us? Are you gonna? It's rigged in your favor. I could tell you that 1,000,000 times a day with a tape recording 24/7. It's rigged in your favor. 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 I had a visitation the other night from 5 men in black in spirit in a realm, a parallel realm. I went outside, was feeling pretty good. And the next thing you know, one thought process jumped to another, and all of a sudden, all this fear came in and anxiety. And I turned and I looked and I saw them. They were in a circle. The head guy was watching me, had his hand up like the FBI or whatever, and they talking and they said, she took the bait. Wow, I got mad. I got angry. I was like, thank you for showing me that, Spirit. Thank you for showing me that when they trigger, when things, thought processes come into us, they come in lots of times, right? They come in. You can't do this, you can't do that, all the stuff, right? Right? But then, as you're meditating, as you are creating space, as you are stepping across thresholds into new timelines and new timelines and new timelines, like dust or ashes from a fire, that when the wind picks up, it gets blown away. It's no longer there. It's no longer there. Meditate, tap into God's source energy. There's simple breathing techniques to use. You don't have to go through a whole rigmarole of gymnastics of, oh, I got to do this to get here and do this and it's like learning. It's like bringing out all the stuff that you've ever used ever to get yourself there. Clean the board, wipe the table. It's like Spirit just went whoop. Clean slate, man. Every day is a clean slate. Believe them or not. Do you believe in their ability to carry you through more, or do you believe that you just can't make it? You can just keep hitting this wall. Keep hitting this wall. There are many times that I've stood before Spirit in the great I am. I'll stand outside under a full moon or in the bright sun of day, and I will extend my arms with my face to the light. And there is a request. Help me. Help me. Help me to become and to get me where you want me to be. Help me. That's it. Childlike trust. Help. That's it. Not a bunch of not a whole bunch of stuff. Just help. 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 And then what happens? A new idea is birthed. A synchronicity will happen. A hawk will fly over your head. Something that you've been wishing for and thinking about suddenly appears. You didn't even have to do anything about it. It just happened, right? It just happens. I hope it's happening for you. It's happening for us. You've seen our journey. You've heard us. If you've been listening to us for a while, you've seen us. You've heard us. It's a new timeline. It's new. It's believing anew and afresh. Letting go of everything from yesterday. To have spiritual discernment, wisdom, but then also childlike faith and trust. And you reach a certain point that no matter what is on the other side of that, it's got to be a hell of a lot better than what's back there. Because what back there, it doesn't work. And if that's your focus, blessings to you to finally get off the revolving door and to step into a new area. Spirit's been talking to a lot of you out there to go live. You're afraid. You don't think that we were afraid? You don't think they're still like, you just go do it. You just do it. It becomes rote. You just hit the live button. You just do it. And lots of times we don't even know what we're going to say. Spirit does. Spirit does. Archangel Michael is right there. Thank you. Kuan Yin is right here. Saint Germain, front and center. To shikatetea moto shikatetea pa aduno e shikatea. It's just like, and crossing over that line and crossing into those new timelines of belief, to believe afresh and anew. It's like, I'm not leaving until you do it. Sometimes it's like an easy thing to cross over, and then there's other times it's like you step over and they're like, they wait. Is she gonna run back? Is she gonna go back to all that? And sometimes they wait. Sometimes they let you pause after you stepped over. It's okay. It's all right. They give you an area to breathe. Stay there long enough, they'll start showing you things, incredible things, wonderful things. I'm complete.
What the distinction you have to make is the realization that you have the choice. Am I going to have a good day, or am I going to have a bad day? Am I going to tap into bliss, or am I going to tap into depression? Am I going to tap into breathing life into the space that I'm in? Or am I going to let the day conquer me? But you should conquer the day. Because every day that you have, and I said this on YouTube, please watch my live earlier, about you have the day. The day is yours. Your consciousness is your consciousness. And you have a choice, and you have a gift. It's called the day. So what are you going to do with the day? What can you accomplish in one day? I woke up this morning feeling alive. I felt ready. I felt ready to do what I was meant to do. I was just doing things around the house. I was mowing the grass. I was doing all the things that Spirit was telling me. You're alive, you're ready, you're vibrant. Go do it and get it all done. And don't treat life as if it is a chore. Life is not a chore.
Yeah, and can I interrupt just real quick?
Yeah.
And it is in daily activities as you go about your day with a smile on your face, things have changed. There's a change. There's an unction. It's like you might still be doing laundry, but now it's like it's not you might still be vacuuming. It's like it's almost like this child like waiting, like, or expectation of Christmas morning. You know some stuff's really cool is coming, and you just can't wait. You can't wait. You just can't wait. And it's in that bliss, that state of expectancy. Sorry.
When you expect the impossible, when you expect the miraculous, when you expect good things out of your life all the time, omnipresence, that is how you're omnipresent and always staying within the realm of expectancy. That means that anytime, any place, any realm, whatever you are doing in your spirit and in the flesh, put the spirit and the flesh together, you got God in human form. Now, but if you're expecting bad things, if you're expecting not to make it, no, drop that. Delete that. Cancel, clear, delete that, and start expecting the unknown, because once you expect the unknown, the unfamiliar starts to happen. And something transforms within your manifest abilities. Something transforms whenever you're meditating. Something transforms whenever you just say that I'm going to have a good day. Yes and amen. That every time you say I am, or amen, or
I mean,
yes,
and so
it
it
is.
is.
Namaste. Whenever you say those things, that means that it is a brand new day. That the clock has totally done a 360, a 1080, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. The point is that you shifted an entire paradigm. But you realize it's not about rotating on your axis. But sometimes it's just about sit down, quiet down, gather your thoughts, gather everything about yourself, accept yourself, even the parts about yourself that you don't want to accept. And once you accept that, and you have acceptance beyond your own personal biases, when you accept the fact that you're a gift, the day is a gift, life is a gift, all the suffering was a gift, even suffering was a gift.
It was. It was.
It wasn't meant to punish you. It wasn't meant to dismantle you. It was meant to build you up and to grow you and to mature you and to give you wisdom and discernment and helped you learn.
And
It was a part of your soul's journey. Go
and
ahead.
to become an overcomer.
Yes.
We both have overcome horrific things in our lives. Horrific.
And I wouldn't change a thing about
because
it.
it got us here today. It got us here. And when you can stand in that and give thanks for all of it. Now, if you had said to me a couple of years ago, I would have said, fuck off. I would have said, you don't understand. And it's like now, with the growth, with the trust that they've done, with that oil that they pour over you and that God source energy and that flow and that's in your face to the sun and that golden light, and they just fill you up again and again and again. And lots of times it is just a simple breathing technique that can make the whole change. It doesn't cost you anything. A breathing technique. A breathing technique. Wow. That's pretty stinking cool, isn't it?
Now, you could say that taking the spiritual journey, does it cost you things? Yes, but it costs you all of the things that limit you, that make you feel condemnation, that allow you to stay within the muck and the mire. Instead, no, I'm going to get that dawn. I'm going to pour it on my feet, and I'm going to step out of the tar pits.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick up that little baby duck, and I'm going to pick up that little baby duck and wipe it off. That marlin, whatever it is, wipe that marlin off and let it shine with you. That's called service to others. Because it starts off to the service to the one, but it leads you down to realizing that someone else needs your assistance. Someone needs you. Someone can rely on you. We're responsible for ourselves, but we show people accountability for themselves, for their actions. But we allow them to see that the biggest responsibility to themselves is their alignment, their relationship with themselves. Because not with yourself, but just also with Source. It's about you and Source. It's about you taking a waltz with the Creator.
That's good.
It's you taking a waltz with the Creator.
Rather,
Rather it's a man or a woman. Rather, I don't care how you see God. Everybody's always triggered by the word God. I love the word God. I love saying that I am God. Because we are God. And that's what God's waiting for us to say. Because he's like, I want you to say that I am that. I am this. I am awesome. I am a masterpiece. I am generous. I am a conscious generator of everything. And when you say that about yourself, when you give those healing words to yourself, those compliments, affirmations, whatever you want to call them, when you give that gift to yourself and you speak the blessing into existence, you walk in the blessing, you protect the blessing, you emulate the blessing that you have to give to everybody so that they can all see this gift for what it really is. When they see this gift for what it really is, and they see that gift within them, and then they're able to go over to the person next to them and be like, I am with you. We are facing the storm. But we tell the storm that it cannot contest against us. There may be giants, there may be obstacles, there may be challenges, there may be a lot of suffering in this life. There may be a lot of confusion, destruction. But then once you go through the explosion and go through all the dirt on you, the blood and the sweat and the tears, and once you get past that, you come out a champion. You come out a mighty warrior. You come out stronger than you were before, and you realize how strong you really are. And you realize that you are free will. But then you realize that you're more than that. That you're divinity. That you're the divine spark upon which everybody gains their inspiration from. And once you realize that, once you tap into that, and once you realize that you're unstoppable, there's no limit to what you can do. The only limitation that you have, two, is yourself. Because you're refusing and resisting to see God within yourself in all ways and all the time. And whenever you look yourself in a mirror, I do this all the time. I give these affirmations to myself. I say, I love my life. I am awesome. I have a very awesome life. I have a very awesome relationship. I love my dog. I love everything. And when you're coming from a place of love and you're leading with your heart, when you lead with your heart, you act from a place of sincerity. You act with truth. You come, and it doesn't matter if someone doesn't resonate with you or they don't agree with it, they don't like it, they don't like the way you said something. It's not about their perception of you. It's about your own lens of perception and how much you wipe the lens so that you can see better. Or maybe you have a monocle, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's not about what people perceive out of you, it's just how you channel source and how you give the message. That's what really matters. It's not about what they think. It's about how you are being a beacon of love and how you're coming from a place of love and compassion and happiness.
And how you see yourself. How you see yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you? Do you see yourself from only the 3D perspective? Do you? Or is there hope? Is there a glimmer of hope in your heart that says, you know what, I was made for more than I'm currently experiencing? I have greatness within me. I want to do and go and be, and whatever it takes to enter into that realm is where I'm going and where I'm heading. That's it. That's it. Being done with the past. Being done. Many of us have lost families. And I'm not talking about we have lost loved ones that have deceased and gone, but a lot of us, because of our choices and because of who we are, we have lost family members that don't want to talk to us anymore. We have lost friends that no longer know how to relate to us. They're like, not chicks, whatever. But you know what? Every once in a while, you get a call. I need your help. Okay. Okay. So, here's your call. Where you at? You okay? You gonna believe and trust? You gonna step forward? Or are you gonna keep backpedaling and going around that revolving door one more time? One more time. Because your mom didn't believe in you. Because your dad thought that you were never going to amount to anything. Because your sister hates your guts. What is it? What is it that's stopping you from becoming you in your fullness, in the glory of the great I am. That the spirit within you, the unction of the spirit within you rises up. And as that beautiful sunshine of the great I am comes down, and what happens? There's like an explosion of pure, raw energy. And when you vibrate there, you talk about intensity, you talk about fire, and you talk about the love and being swallowed up and covered over from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. In that love, oh my God, you're not alone. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I pray that your eyes are open to see all of the angelic counsel that are there at your disposal. You might be from another different planet, off planet somewhere, in a different race, a different alien, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're cheering you on. They're cheering you on. There's grace. There's grace. There's grace.
There's grace for us all. Undeniable grace. And I've been saying this very, very consistently because it's attainable. There's always room for forgiveness. There's always room for redemption. Everybody loves the underdog story because the underdog doesn't stay as the underdog. That's why they like the underdog story, because the underdog wins in the end. They rise higher because they went through the things. They went through the hardships. They went through the trials and tribulations and the catalyst and the suffering, and they went through all of that so that they're not the underachiever, but they are a barrier breaker.
Wow. Barrier breakers. Just barrier breakers. Barrier breakers.
And I don't know why I'm referencing this, but it's like Paul and Silas in the Bible when they prayed in that prison, and they were done for. They were almost going to be done for, but they prayed one last time, and the prison doors flew open, and there was a gust of wind, and then the wooden chains, or they were wooden things around their arms and legs, and they broke off and they fell off. That's what's happening to a lot of you. You felt like you were in prison, maybe in your own mind, in your own home, in your own experience, but that is over. That is over because you're dancing in the light. You're resonating within the Spirit, in the ways of the Spirit, in the tongue of the Spirit, in the speech of the Spirit. And you're having that faith like the Apostle Paul and Silas.
And what happened was they stepped out of their circumstances, and what they did is they started singing and rejoicing.
Yes.
So they kind of just said, they totally ignored what was going on in the 3D around them, right? They ignored it. And what did they do? Something in their heart rose up, and then God's source energy came down, and there was such an explosion. It shook. And there was an earthquake. The gates came open, the bonds flew off, broke off. Unbelievable. There's story after story after story, and not just in the Bible. You can read any text in any. There's supernatural encounters all the time. Anytime when we step out of the known and allow our heart to rise up, and then God's source energy comes down and just like, wah! And then it goes in here, and you're like, you get lit. You get lit on fire. You get lit.
But it's just knowing that we have the power, we have the abilities, we have the gifts, we have it in our arsenal. And what is it that you want to channel, to heal, to empower, to equip yourself, to really understand that life is not impossible? But when we try to understand life, then that's when we sort of get lost. But when we just say that life is not a challenge. Life is not a chore. Life is fun. Life is filled with these moments that leave you standing in your tracks and like, wow. I was looking back in introspection last night, and I realized there were so many times in my life where I had undeniable grace. I used to feel like a victim, but now I feel like a victor, because I realized that all the things that happened in my life led to this moment right here as you're watching right now. There's a reason why you're watching this. There's no reason why you didn't stumble upon it. There is no coincidence. Everything happens because it is of the divine. It is of the spirit. It is of consciousness. It is of all of that. And if I told you 2 years ago, if I would be here right now speaking these words of wisdom, I would say no. I would tell you you're crazy. Like, what is spirituality? What is meditation? But now it's like, I know who I am. I know what I want to do, and I know who I want to be with, and I know where I want to go. And it's not based on an outcome. It's not based on, it's always just kind of up in the air. But as it's up in the air, you realize that their possibilities are endless, and the directions are endless, and there's no limit to what you can do or fulfill or change and embody and channel and transform.
Yeah, it's like, as he was saying that, it's just like coming out of a dark cellar, right? And there's light on the stairs, right? And you just take that first step. And as you go on up the steps, it just goes out into the pure light of day. So let's speak a blessing, shall we?
Okay, yeah.
So grandmother showed me that she has her quill, and it is a quill out. And so she's writing, she's writing prescriptions. God source energy, thank you. Come, bless. Bless. Sending out healing. Sending out. Some of you are receiving letters of courage. Here's your letter of courage. Here's your letter of this. Here's your letter of that. Here you go. That's all. That's it. They give you permission. They give you permission. They give you permission. They give you permission. Now give yourself permission. Give yourselves permission to receive. It's a childlike act of just simple, pure faith to say, yes, I receive. I receive. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And there's some spiritual energy going on right now. I'm seeing emeralds, 2 emeralds, sapphire. Thank you. I'm complete.
Thank you. Last thing I would like to say, please go to our YouTube channel, Morningstar I Am Movement, BitChute Morningstar at I Am Movement, Instagram I_am_movement, all lowercase, Divine Ray, Morningstar and White Wolf in all caps, and TikTok at Morningstar967. So we hope that this encouraged you, that it moved you, that it inspired you, and I hope that you were blessed by these energies and these words. May you be blessed, may you walk in it, may you stand in it, and may you be grounded in being the guardian of your soul. So thank you, God bless, and remember who you are.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Morningstar.
White Wolf, peace out.
Peace out.
Everybody have a good evening.